The woman turned her rich husband into a wanton fatty and never gave him baths. Today she blindfolded him, claiming she'd give him a surprise later. She turned and entered the next room. I stood there wrapped up like a mummy. The woman paid off all my debts just so I'd help her with one favor today. She's going on vacation and needs me to take care of her husband while she's away. I thought it would just be babysitting for a few months, but when I saw her husband, I almost threw up. I never imagined someone could be this filthy. The moment he saw me, he said, "It's been 10 minutes since I last ate. I'm starving to death." Then he dug out a booger and ate it, proof he was truly famished. Next, he pulled a hamburger from his underwear and asked me to feed him. The stench was so strong I could barely keep my eyes open. By then I already regretted taking this job. I turned to leave, but he grabbed me, begging me not to go or he'd starve. Helpless, I agreed to stay, on one condition: he had to take a bath first. Charlie agreed, but his enormous body could barely move, let alone get up to wash. Luckily, I used to work at a car wash. Using all my strength, I pushed him to the bathroom. I just treat him like a car to wash. When I lifted his arm, the smell hit me like a truck. This was absolute torture. Just how long had it been since his last bath? Charlie stayed silent. He pulled out $100 bill from between his fat folds and handed it to me. I crumpled it up and threw it away. He looked shocked. "You always demanded payment before when I asked you to do anything." I brushed him off, saying I'd pick it up later. "Let's just focus on washing first." I put on rubber gloves, first cutting off a huge clump of his thick armpit hair. The remaining smaller bits I lathered with soap and shaved off. Strangely satisfying process. Of course, I couldn't ignore the sebaceous cysts either. After removing them, the stench immediately disappeared. Next, I soaped up his entire body and gave him a thorough cleaning. Then came the facial hair. Even his nose hairs weren't spared. There wasn't much to trim on his head though, so little hair left. Is this what they mean by rich men's brains don't grow hair? I never expected him to look so handsome after washing up. Turns out fat people really have beauty potential. Even he looked in the mirror and called me a magician. It's a shame he's too fat to go on walks with me. Charlie used to be very handsome, but after a car accident, his wife deliberately fattened him into this monstrosity. This was the first time I felt sorry for him, so I made up my mind to help him lose weight. At first, he could barely move 10 centimeters.